So you're out at the lake and you're looking out at the lake and you see somebody in a boat, but you notice that they're paddling around with one oar. And so my question is that something that you would find strange? Maybe it's something that you would laugh at because that person is floating around in circles? Well, keep that image because that's kind of what I go through almost every day. When I look at leaders, when I look at managers and bosses, I see a lot of folks who are paddling around with one oar. They're going around in circles. Even when I ask folks, what skills do you want to work on? Or what do you think you need to improve? I get a very consistent answer and feedback back, which is that one skill set, that one oar. Okay, so my metaphor might be lacking. And if you have a better metaphor for me, put that in the comments below. But let's talk about the two oars. So, what are the two oars? The first oar is the combination of the skills for themselves and tech skills. So a lot of folks are pretty good at understanding what skills they need, what skills they want to build, and how to build their personal leadership presence. They do that through technical skills. So how to run a meeting, structuring their presentation, processes, procedures. They have a good and strong understanding of those types of things. The second oar, and the one that everybody kind of puts off to the side, or maybe it's just lying on the floor of the boat and they're looking at it, but they're not picking it up. It's the skill sets of understanding other people and soft skills. So we can use the imagery of that left brain, right brain. Now, technically, that's not how the brain actually works, but the imagery works well here in our video today. So the left brain being the technical data side, that's the side everybody's good with. The right brain being the more emotional or creative side, that's the one that everyone seems to be ignoring and not so great with. And so what we need to do, or what I'm suggesting for your leadership, is balance. Because what I'm seeing is a lot of folks with this big, strong, enormous left side, and they're good there, everything's great. And yet, when you look to the right side, everything is weak, emaciated, it's falling apart. And so there's this huge, to me, obvious imbalance of the skills within a lot of managers and bosses. One of the problems I see is that people assume or are hoping that the strong side is going to be able to carry everything for them. And unfortunately, that's not the case. It just can't. So, how do I know that, or what are some of the indications? Well, because people are constantly looking for leadership help. They're looking for courses, trainings, they're reading books, they're asking for advice and mentors and all that kind of stuff. And that consistency of looking for help is telling me that we're missing something. We are not balanced. We also know that people aren't necessarily going home all the time relaxed. They don't think that leadership is easy. Maybe they're even spending time searching for a new job or questioning their career. So, if you're still looking for all of these leadership skills, are you looking for the right ones? Or if you're looking for leadership skills, are you looking for ones you already have? And so again, you're just increasing this imbalance. Now, I by no means am trying to tell you to just stop everything with your left side, stop your personal leadership building, stop all of those technical skills. I think you need to maintain those. But if you're at a level where you're already big and strong and ready to go, then it is just a maintenance type of time. And so what I'm suggesting is we need to build the other side. And so we can use that 80-20 idea and say, okay, 20% of our time, we could probably maintain that left side, that leadership side, and the tech skills. But we probably should be working 80% of the time on the soft skills, the people skills, and that right side of your brain. So what I'm saying is don't just give up on your intrapersonal skills, but we need to add the interpersonal skills, right? We need leadership, and we need team building. We need the cognitive intelligence, which most of you are already good at, but we need to add that emotional and social intelligence as well. We need to balance. And in order to bring that balance up, I'm suggesting that you focus on that 80-20 idea to spend 20% on maintenance and 80% on building. This balance of awareness, compassion, and wisdom, both internally and externally. So that is my suggestion or my action item for you guys in this video. Take an audit of where you're at with your skills, but also with where you're trying to build. And if you notice that you've got strong left side leadership, personal skills, technical skills, and that's where most of your books are, that's where most of your TED Talk videos and all of those other resources are coming from, maybe dial it down a bit into that 20% range and spin it over to the 80% and start working on the interpersonal skills, soft skills, and the right side of your brain. Just a suggestion, but of course, take that audit first and see where you're at. Now, that is my hope for this channel, to help you guys strengthen that right side of your brain, the interpersonal skills, the soft skills. And so you'll see that balance. 20% of the videos and the stuff that I'll be putting out will be still on technical skills, still be on intrapersonal skills, and to help you guys out. But you should be seeing 80% of the videos and the content being on the interpersonal skills, team building, and soft skills. So the right side of the brain. So if that's of interest to you, then I invite you to subscribe and follow along and see where this journey takes us. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, this video is number 3 in a getting started playlist. So you can go back to this channel's homepage, hit up the playlists, and look for getting started. And that'll give you multiple videos of what I'm thinking, where we're headed with this channel, and how we're going to take care of those types of things. So again, if you're considering subscribing, maybe head over there, get yourself a little bit more information, and then consider subscribing from there. So thanks for watching. All right, until next time.